Hybridoma technology. Most of the antigens have multiple epitopes, and therefore antibodies produced in our body against these antigens are heterogeneous, that is, composed of a mixture of antibodies, each specific to one epitope. This mixture of antibodies is known as polyclonal antibodies since they are produced due to proliferation and differentiation of a variety of B cell clones. In vivo, this heterogeneous mixture of antibodies is more useful because it provides greater protection and helps in the elimination of the antigen from the body. But for in vitro uses, like for most of the research, diagnostic, and therapeutic purposes, monoclonal antibodies, which are derived from a single B cell clone and are specific to a single epitope, are more preferred. Direct biochemical purification of monoclonal antibodies from a polyclonal antibody mixture is not possible. Therefore, hybridoma technology is utilized. This method was devised by George Koller and Caesar Milston in the year 1975, for which they received Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine in the year 1984. In hybridoma technology, a normal activated antibody producing B cell is fused with a myeloma cell, that is, a cancerous plasma cell, to generate a hybrid cell called hybridoma. This cell possesses the immortal growth properties of the myeloma cell and secrete the antibody produced by the B cell. These cells can therefore be cultured indefinitely and secrete large quantities of monoclonal antibodies. Now let's see the steps involved in hybridoma technology. First, a lab animal is taken, such as mice, and it is given a series of injections of the antigen of interest in controlled conditions. Then B cells are isolated from the animal's spleen, and then the fusion of these B cells with myeloma cells is carried out on a suitable culture medium. Fusion can be done by electrofusion or by chemical means like using PEG, that is polyethyl glycol. Historically, cell fusion was promoted with Sendai virus, but now it is generally done by PEG. Even in most efficient hybridoma fusion, only a small fraction of cells fuse and form viable hybridomas. And large number of unfused cells, that is B cells, myeloma cells, remain in the culture medium. Therefore, generated hybridomas have to be subjected to screening and selection. B cells are immortal and don't grow continuously in the medium. But myeloma cells are well adapted to the tissue culture and must be killed by proper drug selection. Myeloma cells have defective HGPRT enzyme, that is hypoxanthine guanine phosphoribosyl transferase enzyme, blocking their ability to use salvage pathway for the nucleotide synthesis. So they utilize de novo pathway for nucleotide synthesis. If HAT is used in the culture medium, that is hypoxanthine aminopterin thymidine, then de novo pathway is also blocked, and so myeloma cells ultimately die. But since B cells can make HGPRT enzyme, only B cell myeloma hybrids, that is hybridomas, can survive, divide, and proliferate in the HAT medium. So, amplification of specific hybridomas and subsequent monoclonal antibody production is carried out. Hybridomas form colonies in the medium. Then multi-well plates are used to grow these hybridomas, and after this they are shifted to large tissue culture flasks containing suitable medium for the production of monoclonal antibodies.